check this shit out. All right, this guy sat here and said, zombies with no organs can run at you at full speed.
I never said
that. And then just eat you.
I never said that. I never said that.
What did you say then?
Let me tell the story then, since you want to be all over the place.
Go for it.
So I was telling Elliot that I have fantasies about goddamn zombie apocalypse happening. I think I'll make it. You guys think you'll survive?
So
what is your definition of a zombie apocalypse?
That's what I was going to ask.
I'm going with the traditional zombie because it is a creation from George A. Romero. So why would I create a factual zombie that could actually take place when I'm only living on the fantasy zombies? That's what I know.
No, I understand that, but there's different kinds.
See, my thing, I remember you saying you have an escape plan.
Yep.
Something happens. Zombie apocalypse, you have an escape plan. Now, my thing is like, it has to start with one zombie, right? Why do you have an escape plan if there's one zombie? Maybe start making a plan. A zombie apocalypse isn't, you look out the window, 900 zombies coming your way. That's my envision
Wait.
of a
Are
zombie.
we talking about like Night of the Living Dead zombies?
That's what I'm referring to.
Like,
so we're not talking
running,
about like
or like sprinting crazy.
That's what we're getting to. So
what's the other one?
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. We're not talking about Walking Dead zombies.
That's what I am. Because that's the only zombies I know that exist are the creations.
So creation of a bad experiment gone wrong, and then these guys.
Well, there's different
organs,
versions.
and then once you get bit, you're a zombie now.
But it's not instant. When you look at Night of the Living Dead, they didn't turn into a zombie instantly.
Correct.
It took time for it to take its.
But that's what you're talking about. That's what your premise is.
That's what my zombie fantasy is.
Once you get bit, you're a zombie.
Not instantly, but
Not
it's gonna happen.
But it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So if you get
what about if you're scratched by a zombie?
No, because the things are in the gums, in the teeth or something. That's what George A. Romero said. That's how they transfer.
Who's George A. Romero?
He's the creator of the zombies. So like the original Night of the Living Dead was in 1960, in the 60s, and it was in black and white. And he was the first person to create zombies.
Did not know that.
So that's what I go with. When I think zombies, I think that. So I'm telling you.
So Elliot's thought process, I'm sorry to cut you off, but Elliot's thought process is that after a while, you're not pumping blood, your muscle mass is deteriorated by a lot. How are you still able to lunge at people?
This guy's talking about a different type of zombie. He's talking about
He's
parasitic.
talking about Resident Evil zombies?
So you're saying those zombies?
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's
I'm saying, we're talking about real life. I'm not gonna talk about this guy's
not TV show.
George A. Romero's fucking fantasy zombie where he has no organs. No heart, no nothing, but he can run at you with full speed.
He doesn't run at full speed, though. You know
if that were to happen in real life.
If it was to happen in real life, I would think it would have to do something with... The one dude said that it's something similar to rabbit being rabies, having rabies. The parasitic goes in the brain and causes the person to get aggravated to the point where he kills things that he sees. That's what I'm talking about, zombies. Like a person's going all psychotic and he's going in his brain and it's to the point where everything he sees red.
So a group of those people come at you. You think they're easily defeatable?
No, because you got dudes that coming at you at full speed with their organs, everything pumping. Their brain is all fucked up because they got parasitic and shit. So they're coming at you at full speed.
It's kind of like that drug. What's that drug I'm thinking of?
Speed. Salt water, bath water.
Bath salt.
That's perfect. That's a perfect example. Imagine a group of people just start sniffing some bath salt and they start turning it into like they grow a parasitic.
So that's not zombies.
But it's equivalent, kind of. I get where
he's trying to find a way to make zombies real.
Trying to make it real.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that in Mikey's world,
you got zombies walking at you at 4 miles per hour.
So that's like the TV, the cinematic zombie. So that's two different conversations.
You don't think that's possible either?
That's two different conversations. That's good too. That's a good question.
How would it be
Is that possible?
If a person don't have no organs to pump blood into his muscles, then how is he going to run at you with full speed?
Yo, he doesn't run at full speed. They walk.
Okay, but
they're called walkers in The Walking Dead.
But aren't they walking with no blood pumping through their muscles?
Because their limbs are moving.
But aren't they decaying?
They are decaying in the show, right? In Walking Dead, aren't they decaying?
They are falling apart.
You could put your finger in their belly and go like that.
Yeah, they're falling apart.
Like they're mush.
Okay, well in that sense,
they would be close to death.
This guy said, you have to go find a river.
You gotta go full retard.
You gotta go find a river and go make sure you secure it and everything.
That's interesting because what I'm thinking about Mikey's theory is, okay, so let's say, all right, I'm normal, right? And all of a sudden I interact with a zombie, right? And I get bit. The zombie bites me, right? If whatever's in it that's propelling the zombie or controlling it is in their mouth, right?
Yeah.
Bites me, he creates an incision, right? It's kind of like venom, right? It comes in me. It could replace blood, and then all of a sudden start pumping through your veins.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
I don't know.
Pumping in your veins, take over your blood,
coming in you, but
and then all of a sudden, now you're a zombie.
Okay, let's get to the nitty gritty of it. So, zombie apocalypse happens. Do you think you're surviving in?
But what kind of zombies are we talking about?
Let me finish.
Okay.
Do you think you could survive in my scenario where that's where the zombies came from? Was that they were just walkers? They had the disease virus in their teeth, and they bit you. It transferred. Can you survive that?
It's like based on TV shows that we've seen with those kind of zombies. I don't care how stacked you are with weapons and people and friends and call your buddies over. I don't think anybody's living through that. I don't think anybody will.
Today's
live through
world,
that.
we're not.
At some point, one or another,
You're not.
everybody's done. Everybody's done.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Because you're right. People don't know how to act.
So you're more afraid of the zombies or the people?
The people.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah,
Okay,
I like
so
that.
this guy right here, he said in my scenario, right, my zombies, he's a pacifist. He will not steal. He will not fight. He will not take shelter. He will leave bygones be bygones. He will let his family.
right there.
Let's be honest.
In the woods.
That's what he said. This
I
dude,
didn't- I
the
didn't
first thing
say
he
that.
said was he was gonna
I
go.
didn't say that.
First thing he said, I'm going to the police station.
But you know what? That's not dumb.
I think it's a horrible idea.
That's not dumb.
You're,
Will they let
I
him
like
in?
this.
Will they let him in?
Let's
That's
say he
another
gets in there.
story.
Okay. Scenario. He's in the police department. You know what I'm saying? These guys are in power, right? They are all most likely men, right? He's there with his girl, right? 90 days go by. You don't think they're gonna look at this man's girl and be like, well, time to pay your dues?
I don't
No.
I don't know.
What he's saying is that everybody's gonna abandon righteousness. Everybody's just gonna go out and
Yep.
start just pillaging and fucking raping and going crazy in the land.
All you need is 10.
After 90 days.
After 90 days.
You believe that too?
Hell yeah. You think they're gonna? You think?
I think survival mode kicks in.
Yeah, exactly.
But that thought of rape and murder, I don't think people think about that.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
so hungry and thirsty that is not on your mind.
Y'all, it's funny y'all on the
Bro, we
same
live in
side
a-
of the couch.
we
Don't
live
point at me like you're right. Because you guys,
we live in
You're in
a
survival
we
mode.
live in a world where it's not even like that. If people are like that, there's some people that are like that.
Yeah,
So you're
but
telling
see,
me
they're
after
not
90 days and
starving.
it's already out there?
But
It's survival. Like you're right, survival mode.
I feel like the brain will be so focused on food and water that they, like, well, all right, look, you and me, honestly, we played the damn Xbox every single day. Every day. If there's zombies and we're out there, you think we want to play Xbox while zombies are out there?
I know
I
I
think
would.
the brain, I think the brain forgets about stuff like that and goes into survival.
90
Are
days.
you kidding me?
Yeah.
90 days. You
90
already.
days running from zombies, and I'm like, damn, that girl looks good. What's up, girl?
No. Put it like this.
So,
Put it like this. There are no women. It's been 90 days. You haven't ran into another woman.
And she
And I'm not
hot.
talking. Let's not bring her up. But we're not talking about you, the person Rico, right? We're not talking about you, right? We're talking about men. We're talking about people, right? People aren't like you. They're not like me. They're not like us, right? Some of them are fucked up, right? All you need is 10. All you need is 10 willing participants, and they will come and wipe your shit out. And that's a fact. You look at the one dude in Ohio who kidnapped those women and held them hostage,
Yeah.
sex slaves for years. It's fucking crazy. 10 of those guys. 10 of them, and you're in trouble. You better say goodbye to your family.
I see the point, but again, that guy in Ohio who had those women kidnapped was not starving. He was not close to death.
But what makes you think these guys are? If they're capable
Yeah,
enough
they
to
could,
come
like,
and wipe
yeah,
your shit
they
out,
could be eaten. Yeah, they could be eaten well. Yeah.
you know, they could be having a compound because they're willing to do the extra mile that Elliot ain't willing to do. You know, they're willing to go and take that food from that woman. Elliot's not willing to do that.
Okay, let's talk about the woman. He says, I stumble upon a woman that's got a car full of pulls up to a gas station.
More than enough for
pulls up to a
herself.
liquor store, finds a bunch of canned goods, right?
More than enough.
More than enough. Like 26
And
canned
his
goods.
family starving in the woods.
My
Continue.
daughter's starving and freezing in the woods. And this guy wants me to just pull up to her and just fucking pistol whip her and just take all her shit and then just fucking say,
I think
"Oh,
you should.
my kids need it more than you."
That's his
Fucking walk
crazy
away.
scenario. I never said a pistol whip nobody. I said walk up to the woman and say.
So instead of asking her first,
That's when he went to the straight fucking evil.
I asked,
Pistol whip the bitch and take her food. I never said that.
I can't take the chance if she says no. If you can't.
what did I say? I said I'll go about it as the prophet said and ask for crumbs.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
But
You
even
said you
if
wouldn't even take it.
that
I said I'll ask for crumbs.
again, maybe in the beginning of this whatever's going on, she might. But 90 days in, she'll be like, no, I don't know how long this is gonna last. And then you piss
And that's
whip her
when
and
you-
take all her food.
Well,
That's what you do. What I said. I said you go up to her and say, "Look, lady, you got more than enough for yourself. I'm gonna take half of this, and you're gonna still have some for you. But I got a starving
Otherwise,
kid."
I'm pissed off.
I'm just gonna pistol whip her.
This dude changed everything I said.
After a certain amount of time, you're taking all that food. You are taking all of her
But
food.
that's the
And
thing.
if she got a
I
car,
don't
you're
know.
taking that too.
I don't know. Like
He says he won't.
I said I
That's
won't.
where we argued at because he's trying to be Jesus.
No,
He's Mother Teresa.
I just
Let
said
her
what I said was
Let's be one with the zombie.
Please,
this
sir.
shit cracked off.
Please, sir.
I would think it would be like a test.
Can I have some more, sir?
Try to
More?
test it. I don't know about you, but I'm very religious, and I take it upon like, hey, it's the Lord testing.
Dude, you could always repent.
I just feel like in times of
You could
that,
always repent.
in times like that, things change, bro.
The hell yeah, things change. That's why I
Things
don't
change,
understand
people
how-
change.
I
If
don't
I see
understand-
Aaron driving down the street, I'm pistol whipping him and taking his food. If there's zombies out there.
Hey, he's probably gonna be watching NBA on his phone anyway.
But then again, what are we really talking about? We're talking about zombies that walk around.
We're talking
zombies-
about survival.
What is the strategy here?
My
or no
strategy-
police station?
What's your strategy?
You gotta
My,
get
I tell
people.
you, my strategy is I'm going to national forest. I'm going deep into the national forest in America, and I'm gonna bunker down.
By yourself?
And
No, with my fams.
And what happens if you
Not
stumble
with-
across a group of people
Wait,
that are out
wait
there?
a second. You say you're gonna go into a national forest?
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go.
Do you know how many points of entry there are in a national forest?
Do you know how big the national forest is? It's acres and acres and acres and acres.
Both good points.
Yes, but you know what's.
But
also
once they
in
identify
the
where,
national
okay,
forest?
so if I'm with these guys and you're bunkered down in your little forest,
Little. It's a forest. It's the national forest.
okay, the national forest, we find you.
How?
We're just
You can't just say you found me.
no, we're looking for food and we stumble across your little camp. Us three.
Why would my little camp be able to be stumbled upon? If I'm living in the national forest during the zombie apocalypse trying to hide from
So
people,
what do you think? So you by
I will
yourself,
camouflage.
You're good.
I'm gonna put the.
So all of a sudden you're the predator? You're Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It's every hunter that takes down the
That down in
buck?
mud?
Damn.
Just sit.
So hunters in Wisconsin are the predator.
Just wait.
I'm just saying.
Answer that. Are hunters in Wisconsin predators? Tell me, because
So
they're
you're telling
camouflaged.
me you're not going to be caught snoozing in the national forest?
If you're on a zombie apocalypse, you're on high alert and focused.
Not 24/7. You have to sleep.
What do you mean not
have to-
24/7? What are you gonna do with your time?
You have
Sleep,
to sleep.
You have to sleep once in a while.
So you're not gonna have a rotation with your girl? You're not gonna have.
We're talking about you by yourself.
No, we're not. I'm with my family.
Okay.
But you
Alright.
gotta have friends too. You can't.
I don't trust my friends.
Yeah.
Elliot's gonna fuck my girl.
I just said.
You think I'm gonna let Elliot do that?
Pistol whip.
Ellie's gonna
That's
pistol
what,
whip
okay, that's what I said. You need to find a community that you could trust.
That's another
And
thing.
then-
He wants to go to strangers and leave his family in the hills while he checks it out.
You want to
You gotta stay here. I'm gonna see if it's safe.
You want to go to the woods with people that you know that are out there that are better than the woodland life than you. There's people that live, breathe, and go hunting every
What if
single
they track your
season.
dumb ass?
They can
What's that
find
gotta
you,
do
bro.
with me? Why are they looking for me?
What are you talking
Aren't
about?
they surviving on their
No,
own?
but it's
Why-
easier. So look, so the thought process is this, right?
Whose thought process?
Anybody's. Just throughout history. If I can go get
History
something,
of zombie apocalypses.
I would. No, let's not talk about zombie about.
That's what we are talking about.
No, but wait. Why would I rather? So if I could go get my own food by myself and work hard for 8 hours to gather my own food, or 20 minutes to pistol whip you.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I work for 8 hours when I could pistol whip you, take your food in 20 minutes?
Maybe because your morality will stop you, right?
No!
That's what Elliot says, though.
Right.
But you got to take that into... You're talking about everybody's the same, and this man that's your brother is saying he won't take that approach. And you're saying, why would I do this if I could just hurt you?
I don't give a fuck, dude. After a certain... I don't give a fuck. After a certain amount of time, all rationale is out the
So
window.
why would I go near the civilization? Why would I go near people?
I agree with what you're
Safety
saying.
numbers.
Yeah, it all depends. There's
In
so
which
many
numbers,
different
though?
ways you could go with it.
I
Well, that's
truly
what I'm
believe...
saying. What's your argument? So Elliot thinks that he should get with a bunch of community people and live in a village
What I said
where
was
he pays
you
taxes
go,
and...
You go to Minnesota, where the most liberal place is at.
Oh,
and then
so far away from
over
there.
you be straight over there because they're liberal. Everybody's over there
I
worrying
am
about.
Wait. So everybody in Minnesota's a liberal?
Yes, have you ever been to Minnesota? Everybody in Minnesota.
No, Elliot, the fuck are you talking about?
You've never been to Minnesota.
I have been to Minnesota. First off, you can't
Mall of
say
America
there's a
was
whole
great.
state.
Oh, I have been there too. I didn't know the Mall of America.
There's a whole state of people that are like-minded.
I know. You ain't gonna tell me. Elliot's met all of them. He's literally did a census
Bro,
to their door.
when you're
Are you
driving-
guys liberal? I knew it.
When you're driving around St. Paul and you're seeing a
must
bunch
have
of
a bunch of
older
elves
ladies
on them.
dressing up like teenagers, we're all fucking liberal. Give me another beer.
So wait a minute. Okay, so your plan is to go to Minnesota and hope that these liberals are just like, oh, you're running from the zombies? Come on in, fella. We got a nice place by the fire pit for you. Nice Modelo for you.
Bro, I'm telling you like this. We live in a world right now where if you're rich and you can take advantage of somebody like the stock markets with crypto, people are going to do it, right?
Crypto's
They say
scary.
whales versus, everybody else, right? You're telling me during a zombie apocalypse, nobody's going to be out here trying to finesse people. Elliot, you're out of your fucking mind.
You better believe it.
That's why
You're out of your fucking mind,
This is
Elliot.
why you go to Minnesota.
So then why the fuck ain't you in Minnesota right now with these people living good?
Get your ass to Tiny Soda right now.
First off, I'm not going to Minnesota because there's no zombies.
Because there's zombies in Minnesota.
And
they're called liberals.
And the problem with Minnesota is there's a lot of fucking liberals
Yeah.
everywhere. They are. They're gonna save you from the zombies. You want to go to a conservative forest where conservatives?
I didn't know Forest had fucking sides. What the
Wait. Elliott's been dying for this because when the fuck did Minnesota become liberal and when the fuck did forests become conservative? Why the fuck are you talking about fucking
He
politics?
drove down the street. He's like,
First
damn, there's a
off-
forest there.
first off-
That's a
This
conservative
is a
conservative forest.
forest.
You're not gonna find a liberal deer out there.
Oh dear.
Oh, man.
There's two things I believe that's gonna take place.
It's a conservative deer and a liberal deer.
Oh.
Only two things are gonna happen if anything like that did happen. I think women are gonna be hunted down, and I believe territories will be formed. I believe people
Hell yeah.
will mark
Territories
up territory, and I believe that once men, let's say we got 20 guys that all fucking won the war of chasing all the weak men out, and they realize, holy crap, there's no women here. We have no women here. You're not going to charm women in this day, right? You're not going to go like, ma'am, can I take you out to lunch? She's going to be like, I don't trust people or nothing. You're
But
going to
you
be
guys
like,
gotta-
well, you're going to get tooken.
You gotta understand something, bro.
Taken.
In the zombie apocalypse, there's no longer gonna be entertainment. There's not gonna be movies. You're
yeah.
gonna be able to watch She-Hulk.
Damn,
You're
man.
not gonna be able to vote or anything like that. Dude, it's gonna be everything. Like you're gonna have to find pleasure in other places.
You're going to
That's
have to make
yeah,
it.
kill
and that's
zombies.
what things is gonna get
Killing
weird.
zombies gonna get
No, because
it's
if you
fun.
if there's a chance that if you make a mistake, you will die trying to kill a zombie.
True. Even the ones that are slow walkers will get you. Like a horde of them,
So-
they'll corner you.
How do you win?
Oh, you just chop heads off.
What's the end game? No, the complete end game.
Oh, you just survive. That's all it is. There is no winning.
I
So,
said
winning
go to
is
Dick's
dying of old age.
and go get some fucking swords. That's
And,
what I said.
and I said that you not have the stamina to chop off 3 heads. You chop 3 heads off, you're out of breath.
I seen Mythbusters on a show of zombies, and one was they had a whole bunch of zombies coming at him. One had a fake gun shooting paintballs, see how many zombies he could kill. One had a sword, see how many zombies he could kill. The guy with the sword killed more zombies.
That's what the fuck I'm saying.
So for some reason, a
Because
sword
it's
would be
obvious.
I don't know, because pulling a trigger takes less energy.
better. That's how I thought
But I'm
so
saying,
too.
okay,
I
so
thought that'd be
after, so
obvious
like, let's
that
say,
the
look,
gun would
okay,
win.
so let's take Walking Dead right now, right? During their like what? They were on the 15th season or whatever it is,
I
right?
stopped watching.
11 or something like that.
Something like that, right? So you think, all right, in that world, it's been already like 20 years. You don't think they've already gotten rid of their old habits, and now they're in the position because they have to work more for their stuff, that they're now stronger and able to wield an axe or a sword or something like that?
That's
Well, it depends if they're being, if they're being fed properly and stuff, if they're not like malnourished or nothing.
And
'Cause
further down the road, you're gonna start running out of food and water. Nobody's producing it. Zombies ain't in some factory making bread.
So somebody's out there producing water?
Zombie,
so you're saying,
zombie bread.
so you're saying
Zombie-
cannibalism? That's what you're saying.
That it's at some point.
So animals
There are no
so
factories
animals
open.
are gonna disappear?
Yeah.
And the soil is just gonna go dry? You're not gonna be able
Who
to-
is feeding these animals?
The vegetation.
And the liberals in Minnesota.
We're hoarding cows, chickens, ducks, humans.
Everybody's dying. It's just liberal zombies in Minnesota.
Now, can you imagine the whole world
I'm coming out with
I'm never gonna forget.
handing out Vikings gear and shit?
I better not be anybody from Minnesota because the first thing that's gonna pop up. Yeah, I'm from Minnesota. Liberal. Liberal.
Oh, man.
I was out there in Minnesota.
Oh. Dog, you should say just the town. What was the town? St. Paul? So you would go to St. Paul. You wouldn't just go to the whole state. Can you imagine the whole world trying to get to Minnesota? Like, they're like, guys, we gotta get to Minnesota. Fucking Andrew Tate in Romania. Take my Bugatti, we're going to Minnesota. I'm sorry, I knew I wasn't gonna bring him up, but I couldn't stop with you.
I like
I'm
Andrew
gonna-
Tate, man.
Me too, but I didn't want to use his name.
Minnesota liberal.
You don't like him?
No, he's over there talking about busting his best friend's jaw.
Let's not bring him in.
All right, we're not talking
Because
about.
we're not gonna
we're
clout
talking
chase
about
him.
fire stuff.
1976.
What? It's been liberal since 1976?
Did you see? Did you just Google if Minnesota's liberal?
Minnesota's liberal.
And what did it say?
It said it has been since 1976. Tell you my
Straight facts.
I'm telling you,
Google
I've been
fact
to
check.
Minnesota. I seen
Google
the people.
fact
When
check.
you got old ladies dressing around in shorts this tall with tank tops, showing their bra.
How is
that's
that
fucking
liberal? That makes it liberal because they're old and.
I don't know if
like
that's
that?
liberal. I think that's just an older woman trying
Have
to
you
get
ever
her.
seen a conservative 87-year-old?
An 87-year-old
Yes,
conservative?
they
Yes, they
died-
exist.
they died
Yes,
for
they
it.
exist.
They dress like
No, they-
Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi is liberal.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. She's not that type
You
of
just
liberal.
contradicted yourself.
Why didn't you say
Nancy
Sarah
Pelosi.
Palin or something?
No,
Sarah Palin, she dresses a little liberal. You seen her? She got it.
she's conservative,
She hunts fucking eagles.
but she's conservative.
Oh.
You're messing up your women, dog. You got one liberal, one
Liberal,
conservative.
It's
conservative.
these fucking Mordellos.
Mordellos. I want some
More. You need some
Mordellos.
more
Mordellos.
Well,
But I'll tell you what, though, the only way to beat the zombie apocalypse is finding an island and then moating that shit up.
I don't know, dog. You seen Dawn of the Dead?
Going back to the castle age.
You seen Dawn of the Dead?
Zombies can walk in water.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Or
one.
they
thinking of
float
White
because they're
Walkers.
decayed, so they're gonna float. They'll float to your island.
But then the sharks are going to get them.
The sharks don't eat rotten meat.
They like blood, and zombies don't have blood.
Yes.
But they're gonna be bloated with the water, right? They're gonna get all.
Wait, no, they're going to get extra decay because the salt's going to eat them alive.
It's gonna rot them out.
No,
But-
if that was the case, then why Minecraft have the drown?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What is
I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit. But I don't think the salt would decay a fucking zombie faster than it could.
Well,
that
if you
was the
get to an
case.
island, they gotta cross the whole bottom of the Atlantic
I think we
shore,
should do a, we should
the
do a
sea
science
floor.
project and put Ellie's hand in salt water for longer than 24 hours to see what happens.
You know what? I don't care about no damn ice caps melting, anyways. Like if they go into the water,
You communist fuck. I knew you were part of Russia. You were the motherfucking reason why
Hey.
you wanted to get warm to free up Siberia.
I don't believe in nothing you're saying. Everything you say is liberal Minnesota shit, and I don't, I don't subscribe to that
Nancy
shit.
Pelosi.
Don't get mad because you didn't know
conservative
Minnesota was
forces.
fucking liberal.
And
It
forces
is
are
liberal,
conservative.
and you get away
Yeah.
with zombie hordes in
The
Minnesota.
traditional forest trees, they don't subscribe to that new age tree shit. Wearing little leaves and shit. What's wrong with these fucking loose ass trees? Goddamn horde trees.
Why are we talking about my liberal trees?
You said the forests are conservative. They're mad. Their traditional values are everything.
No, man. What you're gonna find out there is a Trump supporter with a rifle
Here we go.
hunting deer.
What's wrong with that?
Do you want to be the deer?
Why would I be a deer?
Because he wants your shit.
What?
You gotta eat deer
Yeah.
sometimes to live.
No, there's no deers. Zombies ate them all out.
Zombies don't eat animals.
Yeah, how do you not know that?
Because the goddamn George A. Romero's thing never said he ate sheep and shit.
Fuck George. I'm gonna let you know right now. Romero ain't got shit on my facts. We're talking about zombies that are in real life.
We're talking about the Elliot facts.
Elliot zombies.
We're talking about your parasitic zombies that run
Parasitic,
fast.
Rabic.
They run fast.
rabbit.
If that's the case, then zombies run the world at that point. Because they
If
don't get
can
tired.
Sprint, if they're not the Michael Myers zombies and they're like sprinting zombies, you don't win.
Do they get tired?
Huh? Yeah. Eventually the muscles get tired. Just because you got a parasite in your fucking brain that's causing you to go mad, that don't make your muscles immune to not
So
tiring out.
you think our will to survive would beat that parasite controlling that body that's decaying?
I believe so. I believe so.
You think our will to survive would defeat that?
If a zombie is driven by parasites, I think they're winning.
I think if they're driven by nothing at all, they're just a zombie. They're winning.
If they exist.
I don't think.
Okay.
I think if a zombie exists, if there's one zombie,
But if
right now somewhere, that's it.
if the zombies need like to eat humans to rejuvenate their energy, then we might have a chance because then.
I don't think that's what they do, right? They don't eat for
Nah, but
nothing.
It's Elliot's world, do they?
Okay, what I'm saying is, okay, well, let's talk
No, let's
what
talk about
zombies are
so
we talking
parasites
about?
still need to eat.
We're talking about your zombies
we're talking
right
about
now.
your
We're talking
zombies.
about the closest. What can cause a human to become closest to a zombie?
Is
right
parasites? Yes.
in
It's
real life.
now? In real life, right now.
It's
Close to
parasites. It's mental illness infiltrating the brain and
Fentanyl.
causing it to do something
What
else.
can cause a person to become a zombie?
Fentanyl.
What we're calling a zombie?
Fentanyl juice?
That's what I said. Give me some of that fent.
It has something to do with something going into the brain and causing the brain to react different than it'll normally.
So you're
do.
talking about Osmosis Jones?
The heck is an
Osmosis Jones is
that
basically
the blue guy, the cartoon?
the
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
But that,
yeah,
but that was the
that was the
premise of
white
movie.
blood cell.
That he got to the brain, he took the jewels, and then he controlled the brain.
Yep. Yeah, well, he killed them. He wanted to set a record.
Yeah, so if he takes over, if something can take over your brain and control you, I mean, sometimes when that did happen, they did call them like zombies.
So you're talking about Elliot watches. So it sounds like Elliot watches too much Monsters Inside Me.
Okay, yeah, because his zombies are driven. They're like a parasite that's driven to kill other
Correct,
humans.
correct.
So they're like deliberately controlling us to kill more of us. Now, are
So they
they
need a
killing?
host.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are they killing us to add another parasite into the person they're killing?
Well, that's the thing about parasites. Okay, it's like I'm not 200% on it, but
It's your zombie.
there's a pollen. Okay, there's a pollen out there that infects ants and bugs, and it causes the ant to climb high up onto a blade of grass, and then it starts causing it to distress, and then eventually releases these baby pollens out of the ant's brain, and it spreads onto other ants. Other ants find this one fucking ant all fucked up at the top of the tree, goes checks it out, contracts the pollen, he gets infected, so forth, so forth. I'm saying that this parasitic is going to be basically want to be driven to pass his genes on to other people.
So like
That's what
everything else in the
parasites
world
do.
is to
So
I was gonna ask, how does he spread the zombie?
So if I have the brain mechanism, okay, if I got parasitic, okay, say for instance like rabies.
so that's
The only
curable.
way it could be passed on through is a bite, initial bite. Imagine if it was like rabies coronavirus that's uncurable. That as soon as you get bitten, you got it. And then it starts going into your brain and tries you to go nuts.
People would
Which
freak out.
telling you to bite somebody else and pass the passage on to other people.
But how would he do that? If he's a parasite, he's a being, right? He's living, he's a thing in there, right?
Yeah.
The only way that makes sense to me is if he's running out of this body's decaying on him. So
Yeah.
he needs to get a new
Exactly.
body. So he would kill another human and then go into that body,
It's not
or
so-
not kill
not-
them, but invade.
Not so much. I wouldn't say so much to keep himself alive, because there's fish out there that go upstream and then they spawn, and their main mission is to reproduce and die at the end of their life. After they're done busting their nuts, they die. Right? Doesn't that a fish does that?
Thank God that don't happen to us.
Okay, so that's what
Aaron would have died 35 years ago.
that's the end game. That's the end game for that parasitic creature. It goes, it passes on infections to each other.
Fuck that end game. Fuck that
That's
parasite
boring,
zombie.
Elliot. That's the most boringest thing.
Okay,
I
let's
don't know.
talk
You
about
told a
this.
story last week.
Let's talk about this classroom that never existed.
You told a story last week.
The Christmas. Let's not talk